Good morning, Flosstube. My name's Helen. I'm the Diddy Stitcher. My pronouns are she, her. It is Monday, the 11th of July, and it is hot. I mean, it's hot now, but it's going to get hotter, so this is what I'm doing it in the morning. I can't. Anyway, I've shuffled my deck, and we're going to pull a card. I split them. Let's see what's on top. Six of Swords. I'm not, excuse me, I'm not very good with all the minor yet, so I think it's like moving on, like letting go of something. Could be wrong. Let's check the book. Put that up here. Six of Swords. Six of Swords. Moving on. Transition, journey. Let the winds carry you to something new. It is important to know when to leave a way of thinking behind. You might have an idea that you were sure you could make work, but it's just not coming to fruition. We'll get onto that in a minute. The Six of Swords alerts you to the changing tides. You are not meant to continue on your old journey. You should instead turn your attention to the path that has formed while you were looking away. This card asks you to trust the cloud you sit upon as you are carried into a new way of thinking. Your outlook is about to change. I would say that's very apt for me. I'll tell you about my interpretation of it, and you can see if that resonates with you. It is a mess down here at the minute because I can't be bothered to sort things out before I film, so there might be a lot of editing, there might be just a lot of pauses if I can't be bothered to edit, but come with me on this journey. I hope you have some stitching, I hope you have a drink, stay hydrated. I mean, I have tea, but it's a lot and I don't know where to start. Okay, let's start with my last video, if you watched, because it was a bit of a weird one. That one, I normally film every 2 weeks, and that was like, it was a week after I just filmed my last one. So, because I'd had kind of a nightmare, I would say, with my Angel of Love piece. So I started it, didn't like how it was going, it wasn't coming to fruition, so I frogged it. I kept the beads, I've kept the fabric, but it just wasn't working for me. And I think that this is the theme. God, I love tarot. This is the theme of, oh, sorry. It's okay to change your mind, right? You know, we have a right to change our minds, and it's okay. So yeah, so I don't have that to show you because I frogged it. So I guess we're gonna start with not finishes but UFOs. So Angel of Love was a UFO. So like I said, I kept everything, and I'm gonna experiment with a few more fabrics and see if I can find one that I'm gonna be more happy with. But it's obviously not its time right now. I've got other things to think about. My other UFO. So I guess I've subconsciously been on a I'm going on a new journey, guys. I don't know where I'm going. I'm going somewhere. This was my little start on the Chronicles of Narnia, Sal, by the Stitching Book Club, Sapphire Mountain Handcrafts. and I don't want to stitch it. I pulled it out and I was like, I really have to. I have to. I don't have to. It's a lovely pattern. I love all her patterns, and I've loved doing these other ones and Gatsby. This is just not me, and I don't want to force myself. Life's too short to force yourself to stitch something. Like if I was doing it for someone, I could maybe, but the piece of fabric that I've put it on is too small, and there's a reason this was the only little start that I got. So this is going. I won't frog. I'll probably just cut this off, and it's a nice little piece of 28 count even weave linen. So yeah, and take it off my whip tracker. So I think I'm not classing Angel of Love as a UFO, because I will stitch it again. I have the PDF for this. If I want to stitch it again, I probably won't stitch it again. So this is my first UFO on my whip tracker. Like, I've abandoned other projects like way in the past, but before I started tracking stuff. So yeah, I can't believe I pulled that card. Anyway, I'm letting go of things that are not coming to fruition. And I have another one as well. Oh my god. Right. So, goodbye, the Chronicles of Narnia. Thank you, Needleminder. We'll put you back on the thing. I won't lose my needle. Ooh. We'll put that down there. There we go. So then my other one. So this is not. It's not a UFO because I'm gonna finish it, but I just had. This is Modern Folk Embroidery's Pride Sal, Move Forward in Love. And I was doing all of these viney things, and it just doesn't go with my brain. And I've miscounted in here, and then I started here, and I've bumped into this, and there's so much more of this to do that I don't love that anymore. I love this pattern and everything that it stands for, and the money that Jacob's raised, and the message that Imogen has given us all. It's just beautiful. But vines aren't my thing. Like sampler vine things like this is not my thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish the medallion because I want to keep it because I love it and I need that. And oh, I don't know where I've put my stuff. I'm going to finish that in a tiny hoop. So I don't know how much of this you actually see, but I'll finish all of the outside here, and I'll probably just leave it in here because you definitely won't be able to see that. Because I love this. I need to keep this because this is the message. I need to keep the message, and I love the message. I'm not loving this is not coming to fruition. I feel so validated right now. I was gonna come on here and be all apologetic for not finishing stuff, but so don't apologize if you got something that you don't want to stitch on anymore. That you think, oh, that's finished. I'm happy with. I'll be happy when that's finished, and I'll call it a finish. Do it. So yes, so Alex, my husband, has gone down to see his mum in Lincoln, which is about 3 hours away, to help her with some health stuff that's going on. And Anna is at my dad's tonight. So I have a night in the house by myself, and I'm gonna stitch, and I'm gonna finish it. I'm gonna finish this tonight. And then that's gonna make me feel so good to finish it. You know, my finish. And put that away and kind of get I'm decluttering my mind. I think that's what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. But Imogen, their finish is stunning. Go and check it out. Go and check their Instagram. It's just gorgeous. And I think I've kind of got like, well, mine's never going to be as good as that, so I'm just going to stop now. It's part of the reason. It's not the full reason. I'm not putting my thing on there. Oh, I don't know what happened to this. I'm not blaming Imogen for not finishing this. But side point, you should go check out their Instagram because it is gorgeous. So yeah, that is. Are we saying 3 UFOs? This is not a UFO. So Angel of Love, Narnia, Pride Sal have been decluttered, if I can say it like that. And I feel good about it, and I feel validated. Right, where's my notebook? I have a little tidy up here. I will edit this out. Okay, so my other things that I worked on this week, because it's only been a week, a little bit. I've had the weekend, but I was busy. So this is my the Prairie Schooler Autumn Leaves, and I adore this one. I adore the pattern. I adore the fabric. It's so nice to stitch on, and I think when I have these type of projects that I could sit for hours and just do, and then I have ones that I'm like, I don't really want to work on it. That it makes it more solid that I should UFO those. I don't have to explain myself. So I finished all the words. I'm still working on this bit because this is just the fill-in of the house, the rest of the grass and the sky, but this all the little bits inside. And then I think this is the middle. So I've still got quite a lot of work. There's like another verse of this. But I just want to talk about Frank. Scary ass squirrel. I assume it's a squirrel. I think it's a squirrel. It looks like Frank from Donnie Darko. I think I talked about this in my last video, but I couldn't remember the bunny's name. So I googled it. So if you remember cult 90s film, Donnie Darko, this is Frank, and so it was scary when I first started stitching it, and if you know me, like Prairie Schooler isn't. I don't think I've stitched any Prairie Schooler before, but autumn is my favourite season. I was born in October, so when I've seen other people stitch Prairie Schoolers and more like sampler stuff, like you see like funky animals, and I think they're hilarious. So it's my first time stitching a funky animal like this, and attributing it to Donnie Darko has kind of made me love it. Like I think I could resent this squirrel, but thinking about it as Frank the Rabbit, and like maybe this house is the house that the plane is it like the engine falls on the house? I haven't actually seen it. I should probably watch it. Like I saw it years and years and years ago. I should watch it again and remind myself about what Frank's role in the film is. But yeah, stitching on this house, I was like, you could stitch like a falling jet engine. I think it would maybe mess with the vibe of the sampler, but that was just me. So yeah, really enjoying this one. So I think I'm going to move the key snap next time I work on it. Oh no, I still have to do this. I'll fill this in. Maybe I'll fill this in tonight as well. I'll take this one downstairs as well and see how I feel about stitching it. And then I like doing that. I like stitching on it, on something, and then finishing it at a good point where then the next time I come back to it, it's like a fresh start almost. So if I finish this bit tonight, then I move the Q-snap tonight, and then the next time I pull it out, it's like past Helen has already done that work for me of like moving the Q-snap, and that's nice. I like it when I do things like that for myself. But yeah, I just love this piece. It's a really simple one compared to some of the others that I've got, but I love all these colours, and yeah. I'm trying to try more designers. So I was speaking to Imogen about finishing the Pride Sal. That is my first modern folk embroidery pattern that I've stitched, and it's not usually my taste, but I want to branch out, so it was a good one to try because it raised money for a good cause, and I like the words, like the meaning behind it. But having stitched the vines, and I just realised it's not my style. But I'm glad that I have stitched a modern folk embroidery. Not to say that I would never stitch another modern folk embroidery because of the vines, but it's just a journey, isn't it? It's learning. So Prairie Schooler is one that I've seen a lot of people stitch, and I always think like samplers aren't really my thing, but this Autumn Leaves piece has just kind of taught me to look at the pattern again, and is it really that samplery? I mean, the ABC, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like I don't normally like stitching those, but it's been lovely. So it's just, try something new. I think try something new, and if it doesn't work out, that's fine, but give it a go. I am pleasantly surprised with this one. So that was Autumn Leaves, and then so I stopped Whip Go. It was too much. I think with the way that I set up the board, because it's my first year, I was a bit over ambitious with what I put on the board, so that was demotivating in the start. Then we had Stitch for Pride, and that took up a lot. I loved it because I got to stitch on a lot more stuff than was just on my Whip Go board. But that kind of put me a whole month behind on my Whip Go board. And it was good for, I think I can do systems for like maybe 6 months, and then I have to switch it up just for the way my mind works. So I will try again next year, I think, and be more reasonable with my goals and be okay if I have to stop halfway through. But what would have been my June goals was Mill Hill, Christmas Village, and I really did want to like get some progress on that. So I did pull it out and I worked on it. So I took it off the key snap because I finished the one that I wanted to do. So while it was off the key snap, I thought I'd show you if you hadn't seen it in a while. So this is Mill Hill Christmas Village. I'm stitching 12 on one piece of fabric, and I will finish it into a wall hanging eventually. Oh, my hair. So I stitched on the toy shop. So this was like halfway finished. And again, coming back to like, I like to stop at a good point and then come back to it, and it's like a new start. Like I did not enjoy coming back to this and it was half finished and I hadn't stitched on it for a good few months. So I'm like, where did Past Helen get up to? And like I kind of lost the flow. But Imogen and I had a little Zoom date and I was able to finish it. And I was really happy about that, to like finish this off. Like obviously I've still got the beads to do, but we're finishing the beads. We're doing all the beads at the end. But the stitching is done. And I'm happy I got to stitch on this piece. I finished this. And then the next time I work on it, and I've already like marked out where the next piece goes. So Past Helen has done that for me. So the next time I stitch on it, I will stitch on this whole next house building. I can't remember which one I'm planning on doing next, but I will stitch on that until the stitching on that is finished, because I just like that, completing that little bit. So yeah, I was happy that that's finished. So so this is 7 completed now. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left to do on this piece. And this is on 28 count dirty by Got. So it's the similar colour to the perforated paper that you get with the kit. Because I like that. I've seen a lot of people when they do lots on one piece, like do like grey or like snow, so it looks like it's in the snow. But I liked like the rustic of the perforated paper. That's why I chose that colour. And then the last thing that I worked on over the past week is my Sunny St. Mary's. So I have just filled in a lot of sky. So I've touched this building here, and I've got this little bit to do. I was doing some of the sea. Yeah. So I went to the Make and Mend Festival at Ormsby Hall on Saturday, and Jennifer was there, so I got to see her finally after like so long, chatting to her on Instagram, and went to support her, and it seems like she really enjoyed it, which I'm really glad, because I was the one that told her about it and that she should have a stand there. So yeah, that was really lovely. So I showed her my St. Mary's piece. I showed her the Roca Pierre one that I'm stitching on for, and I've adopted from another lady to stitch for her. I saw her new release, Saltburn Pierre, which looks gorgeous. Like her designing ability just blows my mind, of what she can do in like an 88 by, however, it's like an 88 wide 88 squares wide. Is that what you said, Jen? All of her pieces are 88 squares wide, stitched on 18 count. It ends up being 5 by 7. And I just love that because it's so accessible for people to stitch that and then put it in a frame. And so Saltburn Pierre seemed to be really popular because it's like an hour south is Ormsby and it's near Saltburn, so I think more local people seem to like that. So I'm really pleased for Jen. So yeah, just still plugging away at that. I think I might keep this on my desk because I no longer have anything to work on at my desk, and I do like it when I've got some downtime at work. And I think I want to get this. I want to get this one out the way and stitch this because it's been so long in the making, and then focus on Rogue Pierre for Jill. So yeah, got a good level of stitching on that. I think that's all the stitching that I've done. I did get quite a bit of haul because we went to the festival and I got some bits, and then there was an L&S like 15 minutes from there, so I made my husband drive us there so I could have a look at stuff, and I got some stuff there. And then some other bits from the show that I thought I'd just show you because they're cute. So where to start? So this was a needle minder from Jen, True Fair Stitch Kits, and I always need more needle minders to go on here, but I just love this. Like 99s are my favorite ice cream, I think, with when you get the flake and you dip it in the ice cream and it's lovely. So I'm glad that I could support Jen on the day by picking up one of these. So I'm gonna put it on. Put it on here right now. Where should we put it on? What do you want? Cute. So that was that. I'm thinking of like when I walked around the fair, what else we got. So I got this wax melter from the Aromatary, and she was a lovely lady. So we have a wax melt downstairs, but it doesn't really go with our decor. So I'd seen this on Instagram actually when I was like looking through the festival highlights, or like what's coming up at the festival, and I'd seen this and I was like, I need to pick one of those up. So when I saw it at, I was like, yes, I have to have it, and Alex liked it as well. So that will now go down in our living room, and the other one will probably come up here in the office because I do like to have wax burners up here too. And the little one that I got was sandalwood and black pepper because it's just like, it's like mine and Alex's like go-to smell. Like, I think I might have to put that one away for winter because it's like very, like that really rich, comforting smell. I think I need, when it's this hot, I need something like fresh. So that was that. And then I'll put these out the way first. And then Claire from Hello Hooray, she helped curate the Makers Market. So she was there, and I actually didn't buy anything from her, but she was like, she stocks some hand-dyed yarns and silks in her shop by What Mustard Made, sorry. And they were just so cute. So I got these two for my mum, So if you're a knitter, you might be interested. So this is a micro striping odd sock skein. So it's 50 grams, so you can make one sock out of that. But they're odd socks, so no two are dyed the same, because I can't remember what the lady's name is that makes these, but she likes odd socks. So I don't know if my mum likes odd socks. So I got this, and then I got this, so she could like make socks out of this and maybe like make heels out of this. I don't know. But I think they're just so fun, like all speckly dyed like that. And I don't know, I bought it for my mum. But so this one is a four ply, so that's 100 grams. I hope this is 4 ply as well. But I think they're the same thing. They're just, that's a 50 gram and that's 100 gram, and that's just got the colours in, and that's got the blue in. No idea. But my mum was gonna come to the festival and she couldn't make it, so I got her a little present for that. And then the silks that I got, so I got 2 of those cool random dyes. Don't know what I'll use it for. And then I got a blue and a turquoisey, and they're so soft. So they're again, like one-off dyes, but I was happy to support a little small business there with what I could use. So I think that's what I got from the festival. We had this amazing cookie as well. It was really good. And they had loads of other things on. It was a really good show, and I hope they do it again next year. And then we went to Leven Crafts. Oh. I've dropped loads of stuff. I'm going to edit this. Okay, so I wanted to go to use LNS because I rarely get to buy fabric in person, and they didn't have a huge amount. I think they had more than maybe I expected, but not a huge amount. And it was mostly like a quilting shop, so there were ladies there doing their quilts, which was lovely to see. And they had like a whole room of quilting fabric, and then like a little shelf of Aida and even reason linens. But I managed to find some stuff that I wanted, so I picked up this. I don't know what colours these are. I think they were on the label, but they haven't labelled them, so I don't know. So this is like a sagey green. It's blowing out there. It's a bit darker than that, but I think this is a 28 count, maybe 32 count even weave. And I think it's not Zweigart because it's not got the orange band, but I think it might be DMC. I'm not too sure. I just got like an offcut of it. I just like somebody else had bought something, and I was like, oh, I'll just have that bit and tidy it up for you, because I probably stitch little things on it anyway, so I don't need a huge amount. And then I think this is Permin linen, and I've had Permin linen before, and it's really stiff, but this one isn't too stiff. So this is like another sagey green, and I think this is, I think this is 32 count as well, but a linen, and it's, as you can see, it's very see-through. So Lord knows what we'll stitch on that, but I just like the colour, and it's not too crunchy. And then this was just what was left of this purple, and again, it's a little bit crunchy. It's quite see-through. But I really like the colour. I'm sure I'll use it for something. And it wasn't particularly expensive. So those were some fabrics that I picked up. And then I picked up some DMC Diamond, because I haven't tried it yet, and I've been meaning to, and if I hate it, then that's okay, but I've tried it. Don't know, we shall see. And then they had a little clearance box full of threads, so I got some of the DMC satins, just some random colours that were in there just to add to my collection. And then they also had just this random petite treasure braid. So these were 50p each, so I couldn't say no really to that, considering this has a £4.10 label on it and I got it for 50p. So yeah, that was my haul for a lovely weekend of crafty stuff. What else has been happening? I think that's it crafty wise. But yeah, it's been a bit of a funny week, I think, after I had that. I got thread all over me now. After I had that emergency Flosstube, trying to figure out what to do with Angel of Love, and then UFOing Narnia, and deciding I would just finish the medallion in the Pride Sal. It feels good, like it feels cathartic to get rid of those, almost like to finish them. There's just like extra baggage in my head. And then trying to figure out a new system, like I've stopped WhipGo. I've started using my Tiny Decisions one again. I think I'm just in the stages of like, I've decided I need a change. I'm not sure what the change is at the minute, and then I'll get to the change. That's where I am right now. So says the Six of Swords. Nothing really else to catch you up on, I think, because it's only been a week. So I will film next Thursday probably, if all goes okay. I should have some good progress. But yeah. Oh, I did want to shout out Pearls and Ponderings, Amy. She just started a Flosstube. She filmed her first one last week, I think, and she generously shouted out myself and Imogen as her inspiration to start a Flosstube, which I think is lovely, and she's got some lovely projects, so I'm looking forward to seeing some more of her. So I will link her below. Go give her a like and a subscribe and a watch, because she's just been lovely on we've been messaging quite a bit, and it's just lovely. It's lovely to be in this community with lots of lovely people. So yeah, I think that's it. I think I said that 5 times now, so I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get some more tea and try and cool down, and then I'm gonna start work. Okay, bye everyone.